this is Bobby with BC Designs, and I have this super cute card I'm going to share with you guys today. And I will tell you, these little marks where I didn't stamp very well, it's because I was in a hurry to create this card and I didn't use my pure seam mat, and I'm going to be using it today to make sure I get a better image. But I do think that this is one of the stamps that kind of is supposed to look like that. I'm not sure, but I did use it on a couple of I can't remember which ones now, but it still kind of came out that way. So I'm kind of not sure if it's me or if it's the stamp set, so we'll figure this out together. So I used the Tasteful label dies. That's where I got my 2 circles and the little banner for the sentiment. And I am using our decorative mask again. So this is the Butterflies and Flower Decorative Masks, and this one has 6 different ones inside. I think I shared this. I'm going to move that so it doesn't get on my cardstock because it looks like I forgot to clean it. But you have the butterfly and flower, and then you just have some flowers, and then some very nice background that you can use. And that's kind of what this one is, the flower. That's what I'm going to be using today. And then I'm going to use the Royal Red Faux Linen Ribbon, and I'm going to use some red rhinestones. I'm using the new Hello Ladybug. This is a bundled set. You get the punch and the stamp set. It's in the new mini January to June catalog. I am going to clean this mask off really quick because I did, you know what, I'll wait and clean it in between. I'll just remember to start with my Real Red. That's what, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's dirty. I didn't clean it off. So I'll have to start with my red. So I'm going to use for my base is thick basic white cardstock. And then I just have a couple of scrap pieces that I'm going to use to stamp the ladybug on. But first we will use the mask so I can get that out of the way because that's going to take the longest. Sorry guys for the voiceover again, but every time I pause a video and restart, this is what happens. It's slowly, you can barely hear me, and then it increases. So I had to stop the video and therefore restart it. So when it starts back up here in just a second, I'm just showing you that I'm using Real Red and Granny Apple Green, and they measure 3 by 4 inches. I am getting a new iPhone this week, so hopefully this is my last video using this phone. So I can, and I'm just going to put that on this scrap piece of paper here so I don't have to get this one here all a mess since we already have this one. So I'm just using blue painter's tape today, and I'm just going to go all the way around this mask and tape it down just like I'm doing on all 4 sides because I don't want this to shift at all while I'm coloring in my background. So I'm going to use my Real Red ink, one of our blending brushes, and I'm trying to see if I'm on screen good so you guys can see. And then I'm going to start off, I don't want to start directly on the cardstock. And you can do this as light or as dark as you want. You can try to get the same amount of coverage all over, or you can just kind of go with the light and dark variants. I did last week, I think it was, I did another video using this technique. And you can use this in a lot of different ways. You can use watercolor. You know, you can create a background using these with watercolor. You can use our I can't think of what I want to call it right now. It's right here beside me in my drawer. I might have to get it out. Embossing paste. Could not think of what I wanted to say. Okay, I'm going to say that's good for the Real Red. So let me move that out of the way. And then I'm just going to peel this tape up. I'm going to try to reuse it again with the Granny Apple Green. So I'm just going to take this up, and as you can see, then you got a little variance of the colors. It's pretty good on being all the same. I don't know if you guys can see that really well, but there's a little bit lighter here and a little bit dark, so it doesn't really matter to me. I'm going to clean this off. I don't have anything to lay it on, so I'll just use it against my hand. Hopefully it's not going to make my hand too dirty. Normally I would do a really good job on cleaning this, and I will after I get done. But I might have to pause so I can grab a paper towel if I can't reach one, because I do want to dry that off. I don't want to put that on top of that granny apple green like that. So I am going to kind of make sure I get this before I put that on there, because you can see right there where I laid that on there. We don't want to get that red on the granny apple green. And I think that's good. My hand is nice and dirty now. But let's go ahead and put this piece down. And if you want to, because where I went off, you know, I didn't start directly on the mat, and I started like off on the side, and this tape could have some real red if you are scared about that. So like what I mean like is here where I started on the side, and here, so you can see I have real red on there. If you don't want to worry about transferring that onto your granny apple green brush, just change out your paper. I'm not too concerned about it. I'm going to try to go gently over those areas and maybe not even start in that area, but I'm just going to ink this up, and then I'm going to try to come through here, so that way I really won't have to worry about transferring that on there. But if you are, just, you know, for the video's sake, so it's not going to be a long video, that's why I'm just using the same tape. But if it does bother you, just change it out. I'm not too concerned about it. I'm going to ink that up again, and then try to come in up here on the top. We'll say that's good. Okay. And I'll just peel this tape away. I'll throw this away. I need to use this paper here in a minute again, so I'm just going to take the tape off and throw it away for right now. We'll clean our mask. I'm going to lay it over there so I can remember to clean it. But this is a nice variance of color too. I like how that turned out. Okay, let's move that off to the side. And I'm going to grab my card base really quick. Open up the granny apple green again. Now I do want to grab that mat. And I'm going to fold this down a little bit just because I want to be able to see where my mat is, so I don't have to worry about stamping off like that and ruining the project. So I'm going to take this great big leaf, and I'm just going to ink it up in granny apple green. And I'm just going to go all over the outside of the card. And I'm going to turn the stamp because I don't want it all going in the same direction. So I'm just turning it as I go. Put this one, great big one, right there in the middle. And then I'm going to do a little one there. And then I think I'm going to come up here. And right here, I'm just going to do just a little one. So that's just going to create a nice, cute little decorative background for us. And then, let me move this out of the way. I'm going to use my Memento ink. And we are going to ink up the little ladybug. So I'm going to, it doesn't really matter, but I'm going to put this piece in where I can kind of do it like this to punch it out so I'm not wasting as much paper. So let me grab the ladybug. I'm just going to ink that up really good in the black. Stamp it right about there. And see what a better image I got doing that, you guys. And so then I'm going to go ahead and look at this again. And this, if I put it in this way, I want my wings now. So let me open up a real red. And we'll grab the wings. And I'm going to ink those up in real red and just do them right like that. And you can set this up to where you can punch everything at once like this, but this is how I did it when I designed the card, so I'm just going to stick with what I know. Okay, and then we'll put this in. And I like to, what I'm going to line up right now is the antlers first, and then I'm going to turn the body till I get it to where I think. And as I kind of start figuring out that, okay, that's good, I kind of start squeezing on the punch just a little bit so it will hold it in place just a little bit for me so it doesn't move so much. And then once we have this done, you can take this image. We'll go back in with Memento. We're just going to ink those up really good. Now, I don't know how well I'm going to be able to see this, you guys, because I really need to get my head. And I can't because the phone's right there in my... Oh, I am so sorry for hitting that. Okay, I'm just going to go for it, and I am nowhere even close to being able to see. I hope I got it. Oh, that's not bad. I will take that. That is not bad for not even being able to see the image. I will definitely be happy with that. Okay, we'll lay this out of the way for right now. I'm going to grab the Greeny Apple Green, and we're going to ink up, if I can pick up one of the circles, we're just going to ink up those flowers and stamp it right down in the center like that. And then I'm going to clean this off real quick and close this up and open up real red. And we're going to do the same thing. Just ink up the flowers, stamp it right in the center, just like that. And then, let's see if I can pick up, oh, I got ink on my sentiment label. No, I'm going to go ahead and use it, you guys. And again, I can't see, so just hope for the best with this one. Not bad. And it kind of covered up my little ink faux pas. Now let's start putting this puppy together. So I'm going to put just a little bit of some snail on the back. You could pop this up with dimensionals if you wanted to too, you guys. Oops. I'm just going to do it, oops, right like that. And then I'll put some dimensionals on the back. Grab some dimensionals. It's always hard when you start using the first pack to get those to peel open for you. Couple will be fine. I'm going to put a couple on this. Just like that. And then grab a couple and put on the back of the circles. And you guys can start ordering from this new catalog January 4th. Okay, let's see what we have going on here. We're going to take the Real Red ribbon. And this is what I like to do to save myself ribbon. I mean, I could wrap it all the way around and tie my bow, but I feel like I save ribbon when I do it this way. I may not, I don't know. It's just me. And sometimes I struggle when I try to wrap it around and get a cute little bow. So then I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive on each side. That's going to hold the ribbon in place. I'm just going to do something like this. And I might have put too much on that end. So let me realign. Keep it straight, just like that. And then grab my dimensionals again. And you can put a dimensional on the ribbon to help hold it down. Put one there. That one had the backing off of it. So I wanted to make sure to grab it and use it. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the Real Red. I cannot believe 2021 is almost coming to an end. Kind of happy about it, not gonna lie. Hope we all have a better 2022 than we had in 2020 and 2021. Okay, let's peel these backings off. I'm going to put the real red one down first. And I just line up these two corners with the top, making sure I'm not going off the sides. I'll take the backing off on the Granny Apple Green. And then this one, I'm just going to turn it kind of like this. I'm trying to watch to make sure my corners aren't going off, and I'm trying to show a little bit of the paper off on each side. We'll take the backing off of these, and what I like to do with these two when I laid them down, because I wanted them right close together, I just kind of did something like that. And then the Ladybug, we're just going to put right in the middle, just like that. I'm going to tie just a small little bow with the ribbon. Let's just see what that looks like. This one needs to be just a smidge smaller. And then we'll cut this one. Cut this one a little bit more. Let me grab a mini glue dot. I'm going to kind of see if I think it needs to be. I think that's pretty good. I'm just going to leave it. Grab a mini glue dot. Put it right about there. And then we're going to put the label right down here. And I did purposely kind of turn it sideways. And then we'll grab some of these rhinestones and start putting them on. And I'm just using the smaller ones. And when I first did that, I did it on the other card. I was just trying to fill in the white space where, like down here, where I didn't actually get that image. And you could do more, you know, you could do here or here if you wanted to, but I'm just going to leave it and maybe put one right there. Just like that. Okay, guys, that is it for my card today. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you like it. I hope that you try this decorative mask, the technique. I really like creating my own backgrounds, and that is a super easy way to do so. Okay, guys, I will see you next week. Bye-bye.